The views expressed on the Convo Lounge do not reflect the views of our current employers or our future employers.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Convo Lounge with your hosts, Sha'Carri, Amir Anthony, and Antonio Crow.
What up? What up? What up?
What up? What up?
What's going
How y'all
on?
doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Can't complain. It's summertime still. It's hot.
Summertime.
Yeah. Still got the CD.
The CD.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The Fresh Prince.
Of course, I went straight to summertime in the LBC. So,
Yeah,
but it's all good.
The classic Fresh Prince. Yeah, the Fresh Prince.
Summertime.
Shout out to Cool in the Game. Summer Madness.
That was classic. Both of those is classic.
Yeah, summertime. Summer Madness, baby.
Warren.
I think brother Summer Breeze.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that song.
Summer Breeze. Yeah. Summertime in the LBC. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Yeah, those are like pretty much the classics right there when it comes to summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, since we talking about music, man, Nas just dropped the new King's Disease 2, bro.
Shout out to Hit Boy from the IE.
Hit Boy doing this thing. He got songs with EPMD, Charlie Wilson. He got the
Eminem.
You heard the Lauryn Hill?
Lauryn Hill's verse is off the chain.
Okay, but go back to what you just said. Eminem, bro, that dude, man, that dude, like, he's not in my top nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's rapping his ass off, bro.
Yeah.
I can't take that away from him. But
nah, you can't. He went in. He had a longer verse too on that song. But yeah, shout out to Nas on like that came out of nowhere. I didn't know he was dropping an album, and it came in on my Apple Music, and I was just like, okay. Shout out to
I'll
Nas.
have to check that out.
Yeah,
it's dope.
It's a good one. I'll make
Especially the Lauryn Hill, yeah. Wasn't much of a single, but it's definitely an album cut for sure.
Right. It's not If I Ruled the World, but it's definitely worthy of a listen because she's rapping, she's not singing.
Yeah.
Which is why Lauryn Hill, we miss her.
I know. But shout out to Lauryn Hill for always respecting her mental space and not going out there creatively, just for the sake of a record label. So shout out.
Real talk, like Shar, she's the first person to really speak to her mental health in the music business.
Yeah.
And she spoke so much, or she respected herself so much that she didn't want to be part of the machine, and people thought she was crazy. And now look at society after the pandemic. All these entertainers and athletes are talking about their mental health in a
Yeah. Society makes us crazy and burnout is real, but we will get to that.
Yes.
Amir, you got us with the question of the day?
Yeah. In spirit of the Olympic Games, which happens every 4 years and it's happening in Tokyo, Japan, I want to ask y'all, what event would you participate in or like to see in the Olympics? So I have one, and I was thinking about one, and I said, okay, right now, just for context for our listeners, they brought BMX, which is, bike cycling. You can do like different like tricks and events. They brought skateboarding into the fold, surfing, and also rock climbing, I think is new as well, and 3-on-3 basketball. Okay. So I thought about like some of these things that have been brought in. I'm like, what will be dope? Double Dutch.
Wow.
Double Dutch in the Olympics, in the Summer Olympics. Double Dutch. I can see like the likes because, when you watch the Olympics, you get to see the African diaspora represented from all different on the global scale. So like Germany, Great Britain, Jamaica, right? Imagine if Jamaica and Trinidad, the Bahamas, and USA was represented in the Double Dutch. Maybe like throw in like Poland or something. Like Double Dutch in the Summer Olympics will be off the chain.
Oh yeah, that would be dope. I would be nervous about our counterparts trying to appropriate, but
Right.
that's what they do best. That's what they do best. But that would be dope.
Double Dutch in the Olympics. Yeah, that would be the one.
I like that. I would like to bring napping into the Olympics. I think that's something that I would excel in. I think that resting and relaxation is an art that a lot of people don't really appreciate. Mm-hmm. So napping should be an Olympic sport.
How would you win? Like how long do you nap?
This?
So like it will be based on how fast you fall asleep and how long you stay asleep. And then like maybe they can test your heartbeat and your like body relaxation.
So an endurance challenge. It'll be like an endurance challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's hilarious.
That's a good one.
Because when you meditate, are you supposed to fall asleep?
You can. You're not you're not supposed to, but sometimes people do because they are so relaxed that they just fall asleep. But the goal is to just quiet your mind and control your thoughts for meditation.
So meditation as an Olympic sport.
Yes.
Or yoga, or maybe yoga.
Oh, yoga. Yoga would be good. Yoga would be yeah.
And just for one other thing that they brought in mixed relays. So men and women can participate in a 4x4 relay, which was new to the Olympics. So I would love to see that in double dutch where you can do like tag in and it'd be like, yoga, meditation, something along those lines. I can definitely see that for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of double dutch, I was always intimidated by it as a kid. Those two ropes coming at me real fast. I was just like, I don't want to get hit. I never wanted to take that chance.
I did it a few times because I love the jump rope as like for like exercise. But there's a funny story. So shout out to the Taste of Soul that always happened every year in the Crenshaw district out here in LA. And my mom one time felt the need. She had a flashback of growing up in the 70s and she decided to get in line for double dutch. And mom's tried, y'all. She tried. She had a flashback. And we were like, go, mom. And they were, you know how we are. They were like, get out the line. She tried. She thought she could still pull it off. She had a couple of opportunities, but yeah.
Shout out to moms.
Right. She's always trying to play back her youth.
So if I had to select a Olympic game or one that does not exist right now, because I love the Olympics and I could talk all about it, I'll probably have a shout out or sound off regarding it. The pull-up competition.
I like that. I know why you chose that.
Huh?
Now I said I like that because like in the hood, brothers like they would do like pull-ups like on street corners on street lights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
on street lights.
Yeah, in New York for sure.
On the corner, or you know what I'm saying, or like on a tree. You know what I'm saying? Grab like a strong branch. But pull up because you do weightlifting already in the Olympics. That's one of like the oldest sports.
So my homeboy back in the day, they created the 24-hour Ghetto Workout. So they first shot it in New York, right? And so the concept behind it is that, brothers in the hood, they don't have gym memberships. So they can get their workout in on the street by doing push-ups, pull-ups, dips off car bumpers. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So yeah, we probably should include that for our followers to watch the video.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. Now that's funny. Like, there's so many different sports that you can throw out there that can like be so transcending, and then like represented on a global scale.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think of like yoga, meditation, pull-ups, double dutch, these are activities that are like on a global scale that people do in their own recreational time. It's a culture thing as well. So like when you like think of the Olympics and you get a chance to see it every 4 years, it's a representation of like culture. It's a representation of pride. Being a person that played sports growing up, I do appreciate watching the Olympics. And this real quick, I had the chance to take part in the Paralympics. Maybe about this is like 2016, so maybe like a little over 5 years ago. Not 5, yeah. And that was so humbling to actually be there on behalf of Coca-Cola when I used to work there. And it took place in LA, and they used all the facilities, and it was just really cool to see athletes who, you know, from a physical or mental standpoint, you know, life hasn't, you know, there's been challenges, but they have that one opportunity to showcase that they too can be athletes in their own right. So shout out to the Olympics, shout out to all the athletes. The games are closing, so it's really cool to see that. But yeah, that I can definitely see a yoga meditation representation in the Olympics.
Yeah. Although it's more of a mindfulness practice, like it's not necessarily a sport. If used correctly, it's not intended to be a sport or a competition. Like I could see it in support of the athletes creating healthy mental space for themselves before they go out and perform in their category.
Right.
But the true nature and art of yoga is not for any competition. I just want to make that clear before the yogis start hitting me up like,
oh, right.
No, it's not an Olympic sport, it's a lifestyle. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yoga is so much a lifestyle that it's not easy to do, bro. Like if you out of shape, try to do yoga, man. You'll be sweating.
But it's a practice. The intention is to listen to your body, keep practicing, keep pushing, keep stretching, be flexible, breathe through it so that you can then progress at your different poses.
No doubt.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I also come from that sexist standpoint too. So yeah, but it's very good for.
I'm sorry. Can you unpack that a little bit?
Yeah, enjoying watching women do yoga. Yeah, like
wow. I wish I'd never asked.
I love yoga pants. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm going to change the subject and hear you change it.
Oh wow! Like, you know,
if misogyny were an Olympic sport.
Oh, we low key get that all the time. Just they don't even know what they're saying. They be misogynist.
That's funny.
Oh God.
Double Dutch.
Yeah, I like double Dutch. I like to watch
Dutch as an Olympic sport. I'm telling you.
Because the ladies,
I like that though. I do like that.
Yeah, like think about it, because they can represent their country, like almost wear like the track and field outfits, kind of like you can almost do like mixed, you know, man and women or women, men, you know what I'm saying? But one of y'all in our meeting said maybe hopscotch. That would be funny. Yeah. That would be a good one. That's
that
fun.
I could do.
Yeah.
How would you make it a sport? Like you can't step on the line, or who does it?
Yeah, exactly. Because if I'm not mistaken, don't you have to like toss a rock or something?
Oh yeah.
Right? So you can flip a coin. Who goes first? You toss the rock, it lands on like square 4 or 5, and then you got to and then you got to make sure you cross. You know what I'm saying? Another one my dad plays is jacks. My dad used to crack me up playing jacks.
I never, man, the ball and the jacks, that was, man.
Hand and eye coordination, my brother.
Like you had to pick up the jacks before the ball landed, right?
Right. Yeah. You got to toss the ball up, and then you got to pick up all the jacks real quick, and then you got to catch the ball.
Yeah.
You got to, it's good hand and eye coordination. Like my pops one time had a flashback, and he decided to get busy on it one time. He was like, yeah, I was a champ back in the day. So shout out to the Olympics once again. But, you know, anyways, you know, it's been a while since we recorded, you know, outside is open, depending on where you are, you know, saying we hope all is well with everybody, but how y'all been, what y'all been up to, you know, now that things is open, have you guys had a chance to travel or go anywhere? What y'all been up to?
No travel for me. I'm actually back to work in person on a hybrid schedule. So I have to honestly say it's been overwhelming. Like I found myself being overly stimulated around being around other people constantly after being in the house for so long, and working from home for so long, and being able to pick and choose when I want to socialize and who I want to socialize with. It's been a difficult adjustment for me to go back into an office space with multiple people, not knowing what their hygiene practices are, and wearing a mask for 8 hours a day. It's been an adjustment.
You wear the mask. You wear the mask for the complete work shift, 8 hours?
Yep. Yeah, we have to. And again, it's hybrid. So we're not all back in the office on the same days, but there are some days, like one day a week, where majority of the office is full. So we're all wearing masks. So it's been an adjustment. Like even thinking about listening to other people's office chatter, hearing other teams talk about the projects that they're working on while I'm trying to concentrate on the project I'm working on. It's just been an interesting adjustment that I'm not entirely fond of, but it pays the bills, and
no doubt.
Here we are.
I'm right there with you, Shar. I've actually had like a phased return during the month of August. Actually started in mid-July, but we've been going to campus in a hybrid type schedule 2 times out of the week. Some days are half days and some days are full days. But being that I'm in LA County, it is a mandate to wear, your mask, and coming to work, driving in with a mask on, being in the office. And then our office spaces are not complete yet because there's been some shifting and movement, downsizing. There's also been people that have left or resigned or got another opportunity. So there's just a lot of uncertainty right now, even in the space that I'm in. And it's just interesting just to like see people's faces for the first time, that I haven't seen before, like up close, because there was a lot of like people that were onboarded during the pandemic. And then it's interesting to just see people that I haven't seen since like almost 2 years. That's deep. Like that's the part that like crazy, right? So like there's been people that came back from maternity leave and then the pandemic happened. There's been people that I didn't interact with on campus because they were on another side or in another office. And it's like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you almost in 2 years. Since 2019. Like, how you been? Because you've been seeing them in the virtual space. It's like we're immune to like being on Zoom now and connecting on the virtual, and just to be at a campus wearing a mask all day. It's interesting. It's just an interesting space we're in. And there's been a lot of people just haven't been happy about coming back, to be honest with you. I stay out of those conversations. Like the office chatter, I'm like, hey, y'all, like, there's been like town hall meetings where people want to speak. And I'm just like, my name is Bennett and I ain't in it. So I'm not about to tell y'all how I feel. Yeah. I'm just happy to, like you said, it pays the bills. I'm happy to be employed. There's people out there that, don't have the, not as fortunate. So it's just, it's been humbling, and you got to do what you got to do. It is what it is. And hopefully, things, the term things being back to normal, I don't really care for that term because it's
me neither.
No one is normal right now. I had an unfortunate conversation with a colleague who's no longer with us, and she was let go. And, it's just kind of unfortunate because she felt like she didn't get the support. And the conversation I had was like, no one who's been their normal self in this whole thing, So it's just
right.
It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I think the world is still trying to understand COVID. While they're reacting to it, there's still that learning curve that's taking place, and we're all affected by COVID. And because you turn on the TV, it's like traumatic. You know what I'm saying? They're like, they're talking about the variances, and they don't even really know the truth about the variances. They're just speaking on some science that is being studied, but it's just like, it's a cluster F, you know what I'm saying? It's just really, and unfortunately people are passing away at the same times, and that's just increasing more fear to society. Boom.
Yeah, it's true. I tell people all the time, like, we're all guinea pigs. Like every human being on earth right now is a guinea pig for what's working, what's not working when it comes to being vaccinated, folks who are unvaccinated, with businesses and industries reopening. We're all being tested right now in one way, form, or the other. I just wish that corporate America in organizations would have had more empathy and more, what's the word I'm looking for? Care and concern for human capital, because it does feel like we're just going right back into the same cycle and the same machine of capitalism and producing. And that's fine. I get that business needs to run, but we've proven that business can run from home.
Right.
So like, I even understand if they allow people to come back on a volunteer base, like for folks who thrive in the office, but to just pull everybody back, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, Char, like let me just add on to what you're saying, because what you said was really true. So my I guess response to it is that we live in a reactive society. So we're spending our whole, especially when we talk about management, right? They're reacting to the CDC, they're reacting to COVID results, and they're reacting to their own fears, right? Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, because you mentioned numbers and production, they don't massage the element of numbers with soft skills of management, because the soft skills of management will speak to the human capital that these people that are getting these numbers are humans. And we're in a society where COVID is really taking control, not necessarily like in a physical sense, but a mental and emotional sense. It's fucking, excuse my French, but it's taking control over our society. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to add that to your point.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, no, that's real talk. And I mean, you think about it too, it's like people have now been able to know their worth. You know, people are quitting their jobs in the creative space. Like this, the embodiment of this show is because of being in the pandemic. Like we wanted to have a space where we can build community and have listeners, and we appreciate the support. But, you know, there's a lot of people I know that just said, I'm done. Like I have too much power, you know, mentally and physically, to where I don't have to put up with this BS working for XYZ organization or company. If you don't care for me and my mental well-being, I'm out. Then also like parents, you know, people that I work with that are parents, they're like, listen, I'm not comfortable with coming back to campus. I have to take care of my children. They're in school. They're also being affected. So it's just, you know, it's a wake-up call. Then you think about it on not just on a global scale and on the health front, but also on, you know, from a culture perspective and where we are in this country, you know, with race relations and things like that. Is this, you know, it's just interesting, and no one's their normal self. Like it's been a huge wake up call for real. And you know what I'm saying? Like outside is open, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's open. Yeah. And hopefully y'all have opened your minds to not be the person you were in 2019. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're changing your perspective based on the changes that have been applied, you know, going in. So, you know, it's this, you know, we hope everyone is doing well, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure. My one last rant about just being around multiple people and not trusting everybody's hygiene. I find it very alarming that in adult spaces, we have to post signs to remind people to wash their hands.
Right.
I find it alarming that there's a large set of adults who are educated professionals who still don't know how to flush the toilet behind themselves. In the middle, and these are women. Using a public women's restroom at work.
But see, y'all women is crazy because y'all go to the bathroom with each other and shit, be listening to each other urinate, have conversations, shit like that. What the fuck is that? Y'all women is crazy, bro. Y'all.
Bruh, you wild.
Perhaps we do, but you can still flush the toilet and wash your hands. True. And make sure that if you sprinkle on the seat, you wipe it. Like it's disgusting. It is the stuff that I've seen in the last 3 weeks of being in the office in that bathroom and it gets cleaned regularly.
Right.
So it's regularly clean, which means that people are regularly violating hygiene. It's just it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
You know, some people are down with the funk. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but you know, some people is really down with the funk. They don't bathe. They don't see, you know, and maybe they're just absent-minded with flushing and whatnot. But yeah, that's it.
That's comedy hygiene. Yeah, that's. I mean, this is hence the reason why, you know, this thing is there's variants now because people just don't get it. Like, it's not just so much the mask part; it's the fact: are you actually handling your business at home, and as you transport to your next location, are you being mindful to not just use hand sanitizer, but use Lysol and wipes? And like, you know, like I literally do not shake hands. Like, I'm like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? Fist bump, head nod, you know, I can't hear you through the mask anyway. So it's like, I see you, I acknowledge you. How's it going? But I'm not about to be like, I'm good. Like, I'm cool. Like, we're not about to do all that. I don't know you like that.
Yeah, no, for real. And I think we need to get back to a place where, although outside is open, we still need to exercise social distancing. We still need to wear a mask beyond what the CDC says. I think we need to get to the point where we're only out socializing when it's necessary. Because we see the numbers are climbing up because people think it's safe outside and it's not. The pandemic is not over. And I'm not sure who rang that alarm to let folks know that it's safe. It's not. Delta told me to tell y'all it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe.
Delta just ain't in the Delta. It's being spread all throughout the country.
Right.
It's not the airline, y'all. It's the new variant.
Right. Y'all window.
They know sorority. Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh. Like, that's real talk. We didn't went from Corona to Delta. and here's the thing. Like, I mean, we're closing out the summer. You know, I was shopping at Target. I'm like, damn, they ain't playing. Like, they got back to school and Halloween already up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, we still in the summer. Like, it's still like 100-something degrees out here in SoCal, like where I'm at. And they got back to school shopping and Halloween. Like, I was walking down the aisle and it like shocked me. I was like, damn, is that Halloween candy? I'm like, we got like 2 months.
Marketing and promotion.
Bruh, that's wild. That's wild. And I'm like, people still trying to navigate through all this mess. And y'all got the nerve to put her back to school. And I'm like, are kids even going back to school nationwide to even go school shopping?
Right. We are in our jurisdiction. We're going back to school in person, full time. In 2.5 weeks. They will be back in building.
Like, if I'm a parent and I got like a kid in elementary school, I'm like, we didn't do back to school shopping. We probably did. We probably didn't. But it's like, you still got new clothes that you probably didn't. You probably grew. But I'm like, I'll be kind of hesitant to buy my child some new stuff for back to school. Because I'm like, I'll probably buy you something to get you. I don't know. I don't know. I'll give
kids grow. Kids
they grow.
Yeah, they're not fitting the clothes that they didn't wear last year.
I'm just curious. I'm going to ask to all of our parents out there. I'm curious if you are taking your kids back to school shopping. Because it was something that we talked about, like when we were growing up. First of all, kids go back to school early. It's like not September no more. They going back to school like next week. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I remember.
So kids don't even get mental health breaks.
They don't. I'm like, damn. I remember school started like the second, third week of September, like straight up.
Yeah.
Well after Labor Day.
Way after Labor Day, you would go to school. I'm like, I talked to a few parents. Like, yeah, my kids go to school next week. I'm like, what school they go to? They go to a magnet school or private school? What kind of school?
I saw a meme that said, "Can you let us know if we're gonna shut down again before I take my kids school shopping?"
That's real talk.
Dead ass.
That's real talk. Because it's like, I'm telling you, I went to Target. I was shocked. I'm like, yo, they really advertising back to school.
Yeah.
Like, they need to be doing like virtual back to school or something. Like, make sure, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, college campuses right now are not fully open. I've talked to a lot of college students and they're like, listen, like, I'm not comfortable. Like, and then like the ones, it's interesting. The ones that want to come back to campus are the continuing students, and the ones that are like a little hesitant on the new ones. And they're like, even like, hey, I wouldn't mind doing like a hybrid type of curriculum, you know? So like communications are being sent out, but I'm just like, for the parents, I'm like, that's stressful because like you're probably working in a virtual space and you got to like shut your day down to take your kid to school. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I can almost guarantee we're not going to shut down again. I think with the vaccine, I think they're just going to keep promoting the vaccine. America's too broke to shut down. So like if it's our economy and human lives, America's always going to choose the economy. And that's just where we are as a society. So yes, go back to school, clothes shopping, because we're not shutting down.
Give me some new Air Force Ones.
Fauci told me to tell y'all that.
That's funny. Fauci, huh? Fauci. Oh, Fauci.
Yeah, he reminds me of my English teacher, Professor Charles. We used to call him, what was you call him? Brother Charles. I went to Catholic school, so Brother Charles.
Brother Charles.
Dr. Fossey. They're twins, y'all. They twins.
Dr.
I love it.
Fauci, man. That guy's been around for a long time, matter of fact, too.
Yeah.
And it's like we just now starting to get him. He's starting to get his shine, but he's been down, you know, during a few, you know, situations. You know,
yeah,
it is what it is, you know. But as we get ready, as we always do, we always have our sound off. You know what I'm saying? We know outside is open, but you know, we had a little bit of a sound off, but this is more personal when we have our sound off. You know, it's not expected. So, what y'all got?
Man, well, I have a lot of sound offs, but I'm just gonna go with one today.
Okay.
Man, this 2021 Olympics, man, and the weather conditions, our athletes are mainly suffering, falling. I've never seen as many athletes fall in the Olympics that I've seen this 2021 Olympics. They're running in the rain, and like there's like tropical storms and heat waves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shout out to all the Olympians right now that's overcoming all these weather conditions in Tokyo. So I don't know if they vetted that, but we can't go to Tokyo and be trying to thrive for gold medals. This is ridiculous.
It's
on
been
the track and field round, you know what I'm saying?
It's been a nightmare, but we are representing well with the medal count. I think we should be close to 100. You know,
yeah.
I think China's like second, and I think behind us is maybe one of the European countries. But now I feel you. Like, it's been a mess, and the ratings haven't been well as well because it's like a 16-hour time difference between us. And then for some of for me in California, 16 hours, and then you Shar is different. But you know, depending on where you are, it's just that people are watching these games on the tape delay. You know, and it's wild. You know, I am looking forward to being here in 2028 here in LA.
Okay, 2028. Where's it gonna be?
Oh, that's gonna be disastrous.
Well, wow. Wait. 1984, y'all. I was there.
I was too, and I actually went.
Carl Lewis won the 100. I was there in the Coliseum, y'all.
But that's before LA was as built up and congested as it is now. Like, LA cannot fit another anything.
Hey.
Okay, so Shar, you have to see how they have designed. Well, right. I don't know where they're gonna have it. They're probably gonna have it at the Rams stadium, right?
Nah, it's gonna be it. No, they're gonna have it at the Coliseum, bro.
So you have to see how that area has been designed.
Yeah, it's been designed perfectly for it. They knew what they were doing.
But just even tourism alone.
Yeah. No, it will be perfect because, like, think about it. Your marathons will be in downtown LA. Staples Center will be used. You still have, you got SoFi Stadium, which Antonio talking about. You also got the Forum that's still there. You also have, and you also got the Bank of California Arena, which used to be where the sports arena is at. That's the soccer stadium.
That's what I was talking about.
So there's space for it. Yes, there's space for it. There's event space for it. But I'm thinking LA traffic is disgusting with nothing going on in the county.
Yeah.
You got Dodger Stadium. Now, yeah, I feel you on that. They'll make it work. Trust me. Like, I'm looking forward to it because, yeah, it's all about.
Yeah, because California too is broke.
It's gonna help the economy. That's what's gonna help. We haven't had an Olympic Games in the States since '84, so it's about time. And what better place? Like, who else could pull it off?
I feel like it needs to go to like a Texas or Georgia.
Yeah. That heat during the summertime.
That is true.
That would be killer.
And they have like no seeing bugs, like fucking bugs that just you don't see and they bite you.
Nah, they did it right having it here, you know.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
My sound off, and I'm representing it for a reason. Cali, LA, purple and gold. My LA Lakers just made some great decisions by grabbing up my man Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Russell Westbrook. He's coming back home, y'all. He's from LA. He went to UCLA. We signed him. We got him. My boy Melo and Brian, you know, they're gonna ride it out together. They came in together. You know what I'm saying? Boys since like high school, grade school, whatnot. Damn, the Lakers doing it. We all right. We old but strong and mighty. I'm looking forward to the NBA season starting. So that's my sound.
Yeah. I'm grateful that Westbrook left DC. There didn't need to be two traders in the District of Columbia. So I'm glad one of us got the opportunity to go back home and represent. So shout out to Russ.
You mean by being LA transplants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm glad he pulled it off. He's
what? Cool. They better win. They better win the championship with all that talent. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, they're gonna be solid. It's gonna be scary. Melo, AD, if he's healthy, my man just needs to stay healthy. But Bron, Melo, AD, Westbrook, you know, they made some other, you know, key decisions with some other guys that they brought. Dwight Howard's coming back again. So we be out.
Dwight Howard. I'm sorry. Oh, we're recording. My bad.
You said Dwight Howard. You said ew, huh? Okay, that's another sound off. Okay. Yeah. You got the right. I know. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's yeah. Shout out to Dwight Howard. We just got him back for the rebounds and for the defense, but yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Right.
Well, my sound off is Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha. No. I think she can't play anything outside of she should. I think she should just not do anyone's biopics because she sounds like Jennifer Hudson. She does not sound like Aretha at all. And I get that Aretha personally requested her, but it's a no for me, dog. I'm not getting any Aretha vibes from Jennifer Hudson's performance whatsoever. So not by looks, not by sound, not by anything.
Yo, what's funny is that you brought this up in our chat and I said, so basically it's Effie and Dreamgirls is what we're getting basically, right?
2.0.
Wow, that's deep. I haven't checked out the one that old girl did, Cynthia, the British sister. I haven't checked that one on National Geographic, but I'll give it a shot. You know, Aretha, we grew up listening to her music. She's the queen of soul. You know, rest in power. I'll give it a try. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll for me it would be more on the acting scale to see what Marlon Wayans and Forrest Whitaker and some of the others that are in it. You know, but I'll support it. But yeah, I don't know. From the trailer, I'm like, nah.
But okay, so I don't want to be a hater because that's what I never want to be. But does everyone need a biopic?
and
that's real talk. That's a dope. That's a good way to like a group sound off. I'm like at this point, think about the biopics we've had in the last decade and who has played who. I'm like, there's been some fails. Like if there's one failed biopic, that was it. There's two for me. But the one that always I think about is when my man Flex played Michael Jackson. Oh my
God. Today.
I was like, yo, and I know for a fact, if you go on his IG or social media, he will, if that's probably like the one that he's probably like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
And Aaliyah's.
The Lifetime one, yeah, that was whack. Those are whack.
Biopics
are whack.
I hate Lifetime television. It's the Woman Nazi channel.
It's the who?
It's the
what?
Bruh.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard misogyny. Bruh. What was that?
Yeah, Woman Nazi. If you watch, look, and I've been on Sunday evenings, I've been hooked watching Lifetime television. These stories is all about abuse and triumph. And it's like, you know, it's too much of that on the show.
Is it the white version of Tyler Perry movies?
Exactly. They've been thriving though. I'm talking about since the 90s.
I think for me, it's the Hallmark movie. It's the Hallmark movies for me that be whack. But
my mom loves Hallmark. I'm like, sis, it's the same story, different characters.
Are like corny. Holiday Hallmark movies are corny. But yeah,
but y'all remember the BET Arabesque movies though? Y'all don't remember those.
I'm good on those. But the biopic thing, that's real talk. Like, I feel you, Antonio. Like, there's some biopics where I'm like, yeah, maybe we don't. Like, there's great ones. Then there's some that are just like epic failures. And I'm like,
yeah,
I can do without certain biopics. And I'm like, that person probably, some of them are just like, if there's a biopic I would love to see, and I know it's been shelved so many times because of the estate, is Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
and I'll be sorry if they can pull that off. I'll be honest with you. I never cared for the Ali one that Will Smith did.
Right.
No.
The greatest biopic of all time is still Malcolm X, straight up, like Denzel killed.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to like when Will Smith played Ali, didn't feel it. It really didn't. I was like, But if I know there's been like some chatter of Marvin Gaye's biopic, but I think the estate of Marvin Gaye is like trying to.
I think, and just my Antonio-isms, I think it's because of the way he died. They don't want to relive that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My theory.
Mm-hmm. But that's the one I would love to see because there's definitely some talented actors out there that can pull that one off.
Right. Yeah, I would love to hear his story. I think he's one of the greats whose story needs to be told accurately.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm all about the documentaries, though.
Documentaries,
true,
bro.
Right?
All day documentaries, but biopics, you just have to be careful because you don't know because Hollywood get their hands on these scripts, man, and it just ruin these things. So that's why I'm like, I feel you, Char, with the Aretha Franklin, and then it's like, I'm like, I may just give it a shot.
Yeah. I also think you need to let the dead rest in peace a little bit. Like, she's only been gone for what, 2-3 years? Like, give it a break.
Let's watch a documentary on it.
Yeah, like.
Okay, so you know there it's already been shot in the can. They're about to drop it. It's Will Smith playing the Venus and Serena's sister's dad.
Richard Williams.
Yeah. So it's a new biopic about to drop.
I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah, I don't really care for that either, man, because they kind of did Richard wrong. And I mean that's a subject we can talk about next time, but I don't know. I'm like, I don't really care for that because he kind of got pushed out in a way. And I'm not really a big fan of Serena Williams.
Really?
Not a big fan. Mm-mm.
Oh, we got okay. We might have to unpack that another episode.
Yeah. She's not like Candace Owens.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I just don't. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that I think from a cultural perspective, she just doesn't represent in a way that Naomi Osaka and other Black athletes have represented. Like she just doesn't come off as someone. She's kind of like blind to what's going on, in my opinion. This is me.
But that's the hood, bro. She can never be blind. She's from Compton, bro.
I don't think people know that. I just doesn't.
She crip walked at an entire match.
That was like 20 years ago. She's taking a 360. That she, like I always say, she took a walk on the wild side. Now I'm just shut it down for me.
Well, Well,
took a walk on the
Somebody
wild
take her
side.
home. Off of that one, somebody
Sister
take her
took a
home.
walk on the wild side. Smitty Williams. She didn't take a walk on the wild side. Go on
Now,
her.
we're gonna have to revisit that because she's from the hood, bro.
yeah, we do.
She took a walk on the wild side.
Okay. Well, I don't even know how to pivot from there.
Right.
That's it.
Take us away, Jack.
I'll play.
Yo, thank you for checking us out, y'all. We hope you're doing well. Outside is open. Convo Lounge. You can check us out on IG, YouTube. You can check out our archive episodes that we have recorded. And you can also peep us out on social media. I'm taking a hiatus right now, but you can follow me at the prosperous one, _prosperous_1.
You can check me out on IG. I'm just gonna say before I give my IG, #outside is open, but it's not safe, guys. Folks are still catching COVID. Vaccinated folks are still catching COVID. Stay home if you can, please. If you can, be safe. But you can follow me at char.rochelle. I'm taking a mini hiatus still, but that's where you can find me, and at Char Cookie Jar.
Yeah, find me at Antonio Crow Clothing, Antonio Crow on the Convo Lounge. That's about it.
All right. And shout out to our editor, Tone.
Oh,
You can follow him at A-Tone. He's out there doing his thing, y'all. Please follow him. He's DJing. He's hosting. He's doing his thing. So follow him, support him, protect the Black man.
Oh yeah, Tone be on Instagram fresh. I seen him. In that
I don't know.
Oh, also for Tone, happy birthday, Tone. It's Leo season. It's Leo
Happy birthday,
season.
my brother. Hold it down. Lion.
Yes.
The lion. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right. Peace and love.